Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be doing some L4 missions in the Damnation. This is a Tech 2 command battle cruiser, and it's not made really for PvE. It's made mainly for fleet boosting, so it has a very big bonuses to its command bursts. It's able to give lots of good bonuses in its teammates, or like the people who are flying in a fleet with you, because these, for example, here, they give bonus to armor repair rate, and this also gives bonus to resistances. It would be nice if there were more group PvE activities you could do in EVE Online to do this if you wanted to do the PvE side of things, but we're going to do this anyway. The main reason I wanted to use this for this like L4 missions right here is because I think it looks like a very cool ship. I like the kind of skins, generally speaking, the black and silver ones. I think they look really cool, so I wanted to use the ship right here, and also I relatively recently got the ability to fly the Tech 2 battle cruisers, so that's also another reason why I want to take this out and fly, because before I even started playing EVE Online as well, I remember seeing the ship and thinking that, oh, it looks really cool, it looks really cool. So this is actually now the first time I'm going to take it out for a spin. Unfortunately, its DPS is not the best. It's more, I would say, if you were to take a Tech 2 Battlecruiser and do the L4 missions, then probably the Nighthawk would be the best, because it has the most DPS, or at least one of the best DPS, because Nighthawk can not, I mean, it's not too difficult to get it to do over 1k DPS. The Damnation, on the other hand, doesn't have as good bonus to its DPS. The thing that the Damnation is very good at is it's very good at being tanky and also getting these command bursts. So it's a pretty tanky boy right here. Got some decent armor HP and also some pretty high EHP as well, because it gets a bonus to its armor hit points. So this is again not so useful for us in PvE situations. In PvE we probably want to get some armor repair rate or some resistances, but this is just pure buffer. So we will be a big brick tank. So I guess if you look at it from the point of view as resisting gankers, we are not at all a particularly gank-friendly ship, because when we go in a command burst here, we have 60k EHP. We have a pretty decent amount of EHP right here. According to the EVE Uni Wiki, apparently the Damnation is the most durable subcapital in the game, and I don't know where they got that from. Citation needed, because you could, I'm sure you could get a battleship to do more EHP than this, but maybe there's some kind of thing with 1600mm that you could get plates that you can get to get this a lot more EHP or something. But I'm pretty sure that like a rattlesnake with passive fit will be able to get more EHP than this. But either way, we're going to start doing these L4 missions right here. We've got some smashed supply missions, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to tank my MR standings. My MR standings are actually very close to going below, wasn't that -2 or -5? Yeah, -5, just below just above -5. So I do not want that to happen, because otherwise the NPCs in the... oh, what is this? It's in low sec. The NPCs in the master space, they will attack me when I go in. I don't want that to happen. So they're taking me to a low sec mission. I don't want to do that. Anomic base, nah. Sorry. Anomic agent, nah. Can we get some good missions right here? Serpentis spies. This is a pretty boring mission. We can go to find a new one. I want to find one with a lot of DPS. The pirate invasion might be interesting, especially since his angels will tank so good here. I think it'll be pretty funny. See what happens, because the Damnation is a pretty atypical, the complete opposite of a Tech 1 armor-based ship. Usually armor-based ships have a high EM and thermal resist, low explosive and kinetic. This has the complete opposite. You see here, extremely high explosive and kinetic resistance. So that's the damage type these angel guys do. We're going to be doing crazy amounts of tanking right here. Even with the armor, reactive armor hardener, we get even more resistances. Then we have the command burst as well, which will give us 91 explosive resistance. So it will be a very tanky one. Oh, look at that magma planet. It looks so cool. Looks really cool. They'll keep making graphical updates in EVE Online that make it look so much better all the time. I'm so happy that the EVE Online focuses a lot on their graphics. However, considering that EVE Online focuses a lot on their graphics, I think that they should focus a lot more on skins as well, because you want to make your ship, if the graphics look good, you maybe want to have a ship that actually looks the way you want it to be. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of these kind of carnage skins. They're only on certain ships. I wish they could have them on all MR ships. Like, I would love to have this on my Apocalypse. Not Apocalypse, I mean Paladin. You can't have it on the Paladin, it doesn't exist. And many other skins. So many skins that exist on certain ships but don't exist on that ship. It just annoys me a bit, considering how good the graphics are in this game. Alright, pirate invasion. This is actually a pretty quick mission, because all you have to do is take out this carrier wreck right here, but we're going to see if we can try to tank a lot of these guys. See if we can put this tank to the test right here, because they'll be pretty strong. And we also are pretty speedy. I mean, not really speedy, but we'll go over 1k a second with this MWD right here. So we'll be able to move to this carrier wreck a little bit quicker than if we were to use, say, a battleship. But Marauder, for example, that I use has a MJD, so it's able to just jump here straight away. So in that way, a battleship is quicker. We could have used a medium micro jump drive, actually. That could be a possibility. But I didn't go with that. That could actually be an option for the Nighthawk. Put a medium micro jump drive. Go and move around very quickly. Because the thing is with the Nighthawk, it has good DPS. The range is not the best. The Damnation, I think, has a bit better range than the Nighthawk. But the thing is, if you have like a micro jump drive, you can maybe jump around and get in range a bit quicker with an MWD as well. Alright, let's start shooting now. We'll actually go with Nova, because Nova is better for these angels. They've not gone through our shields as well, because our shields also have a really good explosive resistance. You can see here, 90% natural explosive resistance, so that's also why we're taking so little damage right here. We are a very durable battle cruiser. Let's take our drones and attack these ships right here. These are the ones, all the ones we have to destroy. This group over here. After that, the mission will be completed. But we can maybe, if we want, just jump into these swarms over here. See how that'll go. We're not even having to activate our armor repair too. Probably we could get this ship to do more DPS with more damage modules, because I've only got 3 damage modules, this Caldari Navy and this Ballistic Control System 2 over here, and a Bayloading Accelerator. Perhaps we could have had another one, but if we were to exchange it for some kind of cap modules or something like that, because we are cap stable even with an MWD and armor repair on, but it's not so many cap modules we have got. We've got just 2 large cap batteries. That's the main thing. This ship has a very big power grid, so we're able to have a lot of spare power grid to be able to allow us to use 2 cap batteries, because usually it's a pretty difficult task to put 2 large cap batteries on cruisers and battle cruisers. It's definitely possible, but it's not always the easiest thing to do fitting wise, especially when you've got other weapons as well that use a lot of power grid, and especially with an MWD as well that uses a lot of power grid too. Okay, yeah, there's no problem with the tank at all. Let's see now, what of our resistances reacted? Yeah, 93% explosive. We've got some pretty significant tank right here, and we've got this range script as well to give us some decent range. Even though we've got just the rage heavy assault missiles on, we can go with faction ones if we wanted to make a better range and application. But we are really damn powerful here with our tank. Look, our tank is barely moving, and it also has a bit to do with the way we have a bonus to our armor HP pool, so it'll just make our armor bar look like it's moving less as well. I think this ship looks really cool. People say this ship looks like a turkey or a bird of some sort, and I can maybe see a little bit of a beak here, but I don't think it looks like a bird so much. I think it looks a bit more, it's got a bit of a shape that looks like some kind of fighter, actually, like a fighter craft, but it's quite big. And I think that the way it's quite bulky here makes it look a bit more like it's a bigger ship and not a fighter craft. So I mean, I think the appearance of this ship looks pretty cool. I just wish that more ships had actually the cannon skins like this skin did. Oh, I just lost the Vespa II here. It just got insta-popped by some of the NPCs. It was very quick. I saw it taking damage, and then I started recalling it, but then it was it went very fast. Okay, but we've destroyed enough battleships here to actually complete the mission, but we're still just sitting here in the middle of everything. And I guess the Damnation is a good ship that if you want to just face tank a full fleet of ships, especially angels, you want to use this ship. This will be a good ship for you then, and also for some command bursts. And I think it would be really cool to use this ship to like fully tank this ship and go in to do these like Triglavian systems, whatever, and just provide some command bursts, because I think it'd just be cool to be a little bit of a support fleet guy who's really tanky. Be good, because you could. I've got a pretty good skill, so I got the Tech 2 command bursts. I'm able to provide some decent fleet boosts to give a bit of better armor repair rate and also energized multi-spectrums. Okay, we'll lock up these battle cruisers. They're getting a bit closer too. Uh-oh, who's shooting me now? We'll have our drones go for these frigates right here. See if these drones can apply decently to these frigates. I think they can. Usually the medium drones are decently at applying damage. Oh, look at that. Is that Macara right there is breakdancing in the explosion? It looked like that. Let's move towards this Gista Warlord over here. No, drones, go on the frigate, please. I want you to do that. Sometimes these battleships can drop some decent loot. We'll check here if they can drop it. Look there, you can sometimes get like 1 million just like that. Take some of these. Like it's just extra thing on top of the bounty. You know, you get some extra ISK right there from these modules. Okay, so the drones are applying decently to these frigates. So we can have the drones take out these little frigates right here. We make our way towards this other group over here because there's some more groups have not aggroed us. We're actually doing some pretty decent damage right here. Wrecking these angels. Damnation is strong, just going straight through the MWD as well. But the cap stable, it feels so good. You just keep MWDing, you don't care. It's pretty difficult to be able to do that. It's not like the easiest task to be able to get something cap stable with an MWD and an armor repair going on, but it's nice when you're able to do that. There's a Gist command over here. Move towards these guys. These will soon get popped while we're going on the way here. We always have the ability to go for some Caldari Navy as well if we wanted to. What's the range here? Maybe we won't be able to hit that Tribuni over here, actually. They're going too far away. What is your guys' favorite Tech 2 battlecruiser? Let me know below. I think the Nighthawk is a really cool ship just because of how much DPS it does, and I think it also looks pretty cool. It's like almost an upgraded Drake, you could say, because it's just tankier than a Drake, does more DPS. Overall, a lot more powerful ship than the Drake. The Damnation has got a really good tank, but it doesn't seem like the DPS is really that great. I mean, a Harbinger doesn't have a hard time getting more DPS than this ship, so I think that definitely, if you want to go for like the quickness of the alpha missions, it'll be better with the Nighthawk at least. And the Nighthawk is decent in terms of its risk profile as well, I believe. I think it was just the EM that's a bit problematic, but otherwise there's some decent ones. You could probably put a little bit of like an EM rig or something like that if you have a big problems there. But if we were to do this active tank, because I'm quite curious, if we're able to do this active tank like the Damnation over here, large cap battery, Republic fleet, 2 of these Republic fleets here. And then we put maybe a large shield booster. A Pith X-type large shield booster and a heavy assault missile launcher right here. We can't do that, so we'll have to go with something like a... Oh, the power grid, yeah, that's a bit problematic right there. The Vespas are taking a little bit of damage right there. But a Thukker large cap battery, they have a little bit less power grid requirements. Deploy these Vespas on these drones. This Warlord seems to want to be able to get out of range of us. This is where we will use the Caldari Navy. See, 41 kilometers we got here, so we can actually hit this Gist Saint who's trying to get out of the Damnation's range. It'll also apply pretty well. We could try shooting even these frigates, see how they apply to the frigates if we put precision script on, because that'll be the best amount of applications. We can try shooting without it first, see how it does. So, you know, is it okay? That was actually decent application to this little frigate right here. Put the precision script on, let's see how it goes then. Okay, it's decent. I mean, it's not that bad. We're able to apply somewhat okay to this. There we go, good. We'll apply to this Gist Saint over here. And what's the range? We got 34 kilometers. We'll put the range script on over here. Yeah, the Nighthawk, the thing is, it seems to be quite difficult to do active tank on this because I have problems with the power grid. Like, whenever I try putting power grids, like intensive items on, like with the cap batteries and that kind of stuff, it seems to have a bit of problems there. I think that's why people often go the passive tank route with the Nighthawk. Let's see now, where are these NPCs over here? To zoom in on our ship to look how cool it looks. Yeah, I've got this Marauder over here. We finished this mission way overdue. I just want to destroy all these NPCs to do like a full cleanup here. Oh, this Vespa is taking a bit of damage actually. I'll recall it. A tank is not challenged at all here. It just goes straight through. It doesn't care at all. Oh no, Vespa II got knocked out again. Oh, I think it's like a battleship or something that must have focused it because they suddenly just disappear. Like they popped. I was looking at my Vespa IIs and they sometimes just pop like that. I think that what's happened is because these Angel battleships, I'm pretty sure that they have pretty good application. So they sometimes switch to them and then they just pop them, because in the Abyss at least, it happens sometimes that the Rogue Drone battleship, it can actually switch to your drones. It's not so common, but it does happen from time to time. And this happens when I'm using a Gila and I'm usually quite far away. So if you think about it, if the battleship is very far away, it's going to apply pretty decently. But this can then cause the same thing we've got here, where just like the drones insta pop, like just pop, pop, pop. You just see them get low armor, then boop, they're gone. Okay, we're soon done the full cleanup here of this pirate invasion. I wonder if we will get a decent amount of ticks right here, because I've not got a tick yet. We've still managed to clean this whole mission now. We just went straight in with this damnation right here. We'll go back to the research station, the Galantic, or the industrial station of this EN Orsa station over here. And this is also a thing that, oh, okay, we've got an 8 million tick right there. So I guess it's decent for a battle cruiser that doesn't have a whole lot of DPS. I mean, with a Marauder, I get what, 10, 15 million ISK ticks, sometimes usually 10 or something around that. So I think it's maybe some decent ticks for a battle cruiser that doesn't have a whole lot of DPS. We've got below 700 DPS here, I believe. Yeah, 690 DPS. Okay, now we can dock up here. No? Oh, the cycles need to be ended. Okay, so note to self, have to not cycle these command bursts when you want to dock. This would be a really cool ship actually to be like as a support battle cruiser when you're doing these kind of Triglavian hunting, because you could make armor fleets really strong. I think that would be pretty cool. So let's hand in the mission right here, complete it. So there we go. Pirate invasion in the Damnation. The conclusion, the Damnation is a really good tank. If it's a good mission runner, I would say no. Does not have the good DPS. Has decent range though if you compare it to the Nighthawk, but still I don't think it's got the good DPS to do the mission running decently. Unless you just really like this ship a lot. It's, I wouldn't say it's the best for Alpha missions. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.